So good morning teacher and everyone. So I am Ian. So this is our P2 exam for ALE 077. So first question is in a easy supply drive, a half controlled thyristor bridge with a respective load, sketch the circuit diagram and the voltage and current waveform. So able to draw, so we have to sketch first the circuit diagram. So we have V is equal to Vm sine Wt. So this is the sketch. So we're going to let firing angle is equal to lambda. So this is lambda. So in a positive half cycle, so 0 less than Wt less than 5. So at this point V is greater than 0. So in a positive half cycle, we have this diagram. So therefore T1 and D2 are in the forward bias, but T1 is in a forward blocking mode. When we applied firing pulse at lambda, T1 get turned on and goes in a forward conduction mode. So for 0 less than Wt less than lambda. So for this we have this diagram and no conduction with the supply. So therefore VO is equal to V 0 volts. So after that lambda is less than Wt less than pi. So therefore T1 and D2, our T1 here is forward conduction mode, and in D1 is forward bias. So this is the diagram. So we short circuit and we open circuit the T2 and we short circuit the T1. So at this point BO is equal to BS. So load in respective sa current is not conductinous. So let's proceed. So from pi less than Wt less than 2 pi, negative half cycle. So at this point V is less than 0. So this is the diagram of negative half cycle. So therefore T1 and D2 are reverse bias and T2 and D2 are in forward bias. But since our T2 is in a forward blocking mode, we applied firing pulse at pi plus lambda. So T2 get turned on and goes in forward conduction mode. So for T1 less than Wt less than pi plus lambda, at this point T2 is forward blocking mode and D2 is also not conduction. So this is the diagram. So at this point VO is equal to 0 volts. So for pi plus lambda less than Wt less than 2 pi. So at this point T2 is forward conduction mode and D2 is forward bias. So this is the diagram, and at this point VO is equal to negative Vs. So therefore VO is equal to at 0 at 0, 0 is less than Wt and less than lambda. At Vs, lambda less than Wt less than pi. So at 0 again, pi less than Wt less than pi plus lambda. So at negative Vs, pi plus lambda less than Wt less than 2 pi. So let's forward. So at this point, our I is equal to VR. So wave of I is same as the V, only if it is multiplied by factor 1 over R. So our current here is equal to in 0 we have 0 less than Wt less than lambda. So Vs divide R, we have lambda less than Wt less than pi. So at 0 again, pi less than lambda less than pi plus lambda. So at negative Vs over R, so we have pi plus lambda less than Wt less than 2 pi. So this is the waveform of our current and voltage. This is the waveform and the diagram. So this is it, and thank you.